Hello, Mr. Demog. My name is Xiuqi Cao. I'm here for the poem recitation project. The poem is on page 554. The name is Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. The author is Robert Frost. Whose woods there are, I think I know. His house is in the village through. He will not see me stopping near to watch his wood fill up with snow. My little horse must think it cruel to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and the frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gave his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds swell of easy wind and dawning flake. The woods are lonely, lovely, dark and deep, but I have promised to keep, and a mile to go before I sleep, and a mile to go before I sleep. Before we start to analyze this poem, we should get to know some information about the author. Robert Frost was born in 1874, an American poet. He frequently used the setting of rural life in New England in the 20th century, and the poem I read is just one of his work. His poems are very popular, and most of his work point to the problem of social and philosophical. The poem, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, is more like a description poem about a beautiful snowy night. As we know that ride along in a snowy night, especially in a deserted forest, is a very dangerous thing. The author was to stop by the wood house and enjoy his wonderful night of viewing the snow, but consider the situation of where he at and the long way that he has to keep going. He gave up and back to the road. During the poem, the author spent a paragraph to describe his horse, what it thinks, how it feels. The fear of dark and the heavy snow are also what the author worries about. And to compare his promise with the road he needs to catch up with, he quit from the forest and started his trip again. The repeat at the end, and a mile to go before I sleep, shows how hard he tried to get the determination and also represent his love of beautiful view. In the third paragraph, the author wrote, he gave his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. This is very fun part of his communicate with the horse. The word ask is very personification word. It makes the whole poem full of vitalities, not just about the snow, but also the life in the snowy night. In some ways, I feel a little feeling of author that he wants to run away from the real life and his promise, but at the end he chooses to back to his trip and keep his promise. The feeling of escaping is also one of the fun parts that I found in the poem. I personally like this poem. It's not just a poem of description of the view of the snowy night. The author artfully used the horse's mind activity to describe the danger of the lonely night, to compare with his love of watching the snow. Also, he cleared his mind to keep his promise and back to his trip at the end of the poem, which found me a new way to express one thought by comparing two things. There are not many great words in the poem. It's simple, but can catch my thought deeply. It also reminds me which is more important. Is it the real life or the beautiful ideal we want? Thank you for watching.